Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, Lilo and Stitch, which I'm trying to pronounce it right, is not instead of Lilo, I'm trying to pronounce it as Lilo. Lilo and Stitch, to me, when I went to see the movie, it did a good performance for me. I enjoyed the movie. I never saw the animated series, nor the animated movie. I'd heard a lot of good people say that the animated movie was better than the real live version, which is fine, and I like that, and everybody's got a comment, everybody's got their own opinion on it, but people still enjoyed this movie the way it was. They did do some changes that I've read and everything and all, but I guess it was for the best. But like I said, this movie is done very well, and it was competing against Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now, a lot of people that went to see Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, they got a bit disappointed because it wasn't a good ending. Which I will admit, despite my movie review that I've said that it was great, I enjoyed it very much. The ending, it did feel kind of off. It did feel kind of off in the end, you know, but because it didn't feel like if they were going to retire. It didn't really feel that Ethan was going to retire. His everything, he just disappeared. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So let's read this article, see what we got on this movie. Lilo and Stitch poised to shatter Memorial Day weekend and overall box office records with likely 200 million domestic opening. Now, there is not now the budget for Mission Impossible is 400 million. So I got a bad feeling that I don't think Mission Impossible ain't gonna get to that amount, bro. Ain't gonna get that far because like I said, dude, Mission Impossible is a very good movie. I enjoy Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, but with that kind of budget, bro, it needs at least maybe close to $1 billion to get to break even. But I believe this movie, Lilo and Stitch, will break it easy, bro. Very easy. So let's take a look at or let's read this article, see what we have. Bob Iger should probably get a sequel into production now. Lilo and Stitch may only have a 70% score with critics on Rotten Tomatoes, but the box office score is out of this world. Disney's live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch is poised to become a box office sensation over the Memorial Day weekend. Industry projections estimate a domestic opening between 185 to 230 million over the 4-day week holiday period, potentially making it highest grossing Memorial Day opening in history. That estimation gives the movie a more than likely to take home greater than 200 million and easily put it in the top of 10 films of all time for domestic opening weekends. The highest domestic Memorial Day weekend box office overall belongs to the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. In the Memorial Day weekend, it made 139.8 million. It was a 3-day total for 114.7 million, and the overall domestic was 309.4 million. This remains the record holder for Memorial Day weekend in terms of domestic opening, despite inflation and the rise of modern blockbuster. One other strong Memorial Day openers include Indiana Jones: The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, X-Men: The Last Stand, Fast and the Furious 6, and Aladdin. So, yeah, if this movie does make this kind of amount of money, 185 to 130 million, it could break the record, man. It could break it big time. The film's success is attributed to the enduring popularity of the original 2002 animated classic, which has evolved into one of Disney's top franchises. Merchandise sales skyrocketed from 200 million in 2019 to 2.6 billion in 2024, and the character Stitch has become a cultural icon, especially among young women and girls. To give just some idea of how insanely popular Lilo and Stitch is looking with audiences, let's compare Pixar's Inside Out 2, which had an impressive opening weekend of 154.2 million domestically and went on to gross nearly 1.7 billion worldwide, becoming the highest grossing animated film of all time. Stitch is looking to beat it by more than 25% in its opening weekend. Yes, beat the highest grossing animated film of all time, but more than a little. Lilo and Stitch's projected opening not only surpasses these figures, but also underscores Disney's continued dominance in the family entertainment sector when the company avoid divisive issues and controversial social concepts. With the film's strong pre-release momentum and widespread audience appeal, it is set to be a defining box office event of the summer. Additionally, one might rightly conclude that 2025 is the year of Chris Sanders as he created both Stitch and Toothless, How to Train Your Dragon, and the two characters are likely to lead the biggest films of the year. The only loser this weekend, Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible's final film, when going up against a movie like Lilo and Stitch, it's hard to see how Cruise finds a win. The more and more money Stitch pulls it in, the less and less theaters will want to give up any theater to go anything else. By next weekend, we could see near record screen locations going to the little blue alien who has clearly won over audiences the world over. The sky is the limit for the film's box office chances. If Disney has any sense within them, it's sequel time for these characters, especially given that they're overcoming a less than perfect script to garner this kind of response. So, like I said, dude, we'll see, bro. We'll see if this movie can make the budget, man. If it could surpass its budget and make that domestic Memorial Weekend to a big money score, be good, man. That's good. But we shall see. We shall see, because for Mission Impossible 8, Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, that's going to be hard to make, man. That's going to be very hard. So we shall see. So please, by all means, share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. That's going to be it for this video. So I do appreciate you guys watching this video, and thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.